Oh yeah, sure.
Oh, okay. Well,
Oh yeah, I think it's rolling. Yeah, it's rolling.
all right, cool. All right, guys. So clearly we have no idea what we're doing with this.
Never.
So,
When do we
but
ever?
yeah, welcome to the first episode, filming, screen, whatever we're gonna call this of Sensei Says. Um, this is a terrible idea, but it's gonna be fine.
It wasn't our idea.
It wasn't our idea. And you know who
You know
you
who you
are.
are.
Now this is your fault. So just remember you asked for all this. So yeah, this is gonna be what do we say, a monthly thing?
We'll start with monthly. We'll
Yeah,
see where we go.
we're gonna use this as our platform to kind of talk about some things that we don't get to as instructors and martial artists, and we're just gonna kind of see where this goes. So nobody's watching this first episode that doesn't know who we are, but
Probably.
in the name of professionalism, I'm Ryan,
I mean,
and we're both instructors in the OKKA organization. Um, how long have you been doing this?
teaching or doing?
Doing
Well, this for about 5 minutes. No, no. Martial arts as a whole, I guess, 22 years now, give or
22,
take.
and then hold on. I was trying to use you to do math, but I was listening.
Well, I
Uh,
started in 2003.
20. So I'm on coming up on 20. I'm in year 27. So
Oof, unk.
all right, all right, youngin. So we've been at this for a while. We've learned a lot of good things, some not so good things, some. How professional are we being with this when we
I don't
speak?
know.
Because I've learned
It
some.
has to be family friendly.
Yeah, we've learned some B Shido. I'll call it that. So this is just our chance to kind of talk about some things that we've seen, done, learned, and want to share with other people.
Yeah, and
Um,
we'll have like guest instructors, guest speakers.
yeah, we have a little bit of a network.
Yeah,
Um,
and maybe some game show stuff.
yeah,
I
yeah.
want to do
We're
that.
not really sure where this is gonna go quite yet or what our vibe is. So we're gonna go on this journey together. But yeah, so like I said, our goal is to kind of talk about, at least for my end, the things that I'll start rambling about when teaching class, and I get stuck on, and 15 minutes have passed, and I go, oh shoot, we should do class.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like the last one. Well, actually, I had and again, you know who you are. Asked for a whole like, can we just spend today's class like talking about history? I was like, sure. So that was a almost an hour long class we did on that.
Yeah, we had graduations the other day, and for maybe I don't even know if it was like half an hour or an hour after graduation, everyone was gone. They saw one of my students, he's a purple belt, asking about the charts for the different katas and Kobudo stuff, and then like all the names on the other chart. And I was like, "How much time do you have?" Like, we
Yeah,
just kind of kept going. They kept asking questions. It was really good. It was really good time. But yeah, we need more time to do that stuff.
yeah.
So
That's the big struggle. Is like a student asks a question, you want to give them the answer, and it's like, well, how much of an answer do I give? Do I give you just if I give you just what you asked for, that's going to leave you with another question. So let me just jump ahead of
yeah,
it, and I'm just going to give you more of it.
and then
Then
somehow not even answer that question.
yeah, that's the problem. The amount of times that's happened, somebody will ask like, and like, and I'll start rambling and going off with something, and then it's like, did I answer your question? I go, no, but I've got a lot more.
Yeah. Oh, and I have that test like review sheet that I gave my favorite critic, um, and he, I'm gonna throw him under the bus. He bombed it. And he's like, "Well, when have you ever taught us this stuff?" And like, and literally like 20 feet that way, there's a whiteboard with all like a boatload of it, like all the TCM stuff on it. I was like you were there at that lecture, right? And he's like, "Yeah." It's like you wrote notes, yeah. There you go. No, no, no. And then he took like the next like 2 days to then like research all that stuff. And I don't know if I told you this. I called him immediately, and I was looking at the doc that he shared with me. And I was just like, "Did you talk to Ryan about this?" And he's like, "No." was like, because like these answers are like you're getting there. Like I don't think there are one or two little things here. Um, but I was like, you must have talked to Ryan to get these answers, and he's like, no, I was researching for like 3 days. I was like, oh, okay. Um,
Oh yeah, three
so
days
now this is all will be documented. So the stuff that we talk about, be like, oh well, I guess you didn't watch the episode of this month's podcast.
Yeah. Actually, that's a good
Yeah.
idea because this will be a good track record of for us also to be able to like, okay, now I have something that I can reference that I've talked about. I've done this.
Mhm.
Um, I kind of had a similar, but I gave mine to an underbelt, not an underbelt, but at the time that test was labeled for fourth degree, so it was a third degree, and I was like, here, you're gonna fail this. I was like, I just illustrate. I was like, you're not gonna like take the pressure off this test. You're not being actually graded. You're gonna fail this. You're gonna bomb this. But I just want to see what do you know? Because I've said a lot of stuff during class, and I know nobody listens. All right, I know nobody listens. So I want to see what have you picked up through osmosis of just me rambling. I was like, what have you? Because I know I've mentioned all this stuff before. Like, let's just see what you know. They had good answers in wrong spots. So I was like, oh, dang, that was the answer to this question that was earlier. So it's sort of there.
How hard is your test?
It was yours. How hard is your
Oh,
test?
my test.
Yeah, it was your test.
Whoops. I didn't know I shared that with you. I gave it. I remember I gave it to you, and you took it.
You did well at the time. They were separate.
Oh,
When
yeah.
you had the two
I
different
had the
ones.
two different ones. I forgot.
Yeah. So I think now you said you put them together, right?
Yeah, just so it's all in one document. And they're not like repeat questions.
So all right. So let's talk plans, ideas, vibes. So right now, full disclosure, we don't know where we're going to be doing this regularly. We're looking at a monthly schedule of releases. Um, but yeah, we don't know exactly where we're going to be all the time. We might be, with this glorious back wall. We might be.
It's a strong foundation.
It is. It's very sturdy. There's no Gabe's not breaking this.
No, he's not.
Did I tell you what he did?
No.
Oh, we'll also end up deviating a lot. Also, by the way, so his brick break thing, that he did.
Yeah.
I said, go to Lowe's, you get a paver, paver brick. The first day he shows up with solid concrete pavers.
Oh.
And he brings us in. I'm looking at him like, that doesn't look right. We'll try. And like, he's trying to go down, boom, boom. And it's just flat, like just nothing, no movement. I'm like, I go over, I'm like, this is not what you need to break. So luckily I had one up at the front. We brought it back, and then he broke that first time too, no problem. I was like, see, like that's a problem. But I was like, you're breaking solid concrete. That's like, do you know the story of Linnell?
No.
With the ice, and he broke his hand.
Is that the reverse punch?
No, I think he palm healed or hand. I don't know, but
okay.
Yeah. So, today, kind of what things are going to be, and what we'll do is eventually we'll have like these I don't know what your kids call it, but my kids call it story time with Sensei, where I get distracted, and they sidetrack me with asking me about a story.
They just kind of nod and go along with whatever.
I don't know. I don't know. You know what? Now in reflection, they may be doing the thing that you always do to your high school, like teachers, like you start asking questions and about like how was your day, and then they never get around to actually teaching the lesson.
Yeah.
I'm on to you guys. But an instructor of ours was gonna do like an ice brick instead for a performance one time.
Okay.
But what he did was he filled a cooler, like a I don't know, a drink cooler, with water and froze it overnight. So he had just one solid thing of ice, and went to do the break and shattered his hand. It's like there's supposed to be air in these things. There's air in we usually put some air in the water so it doesn't do that, or
Yeah, I think I've heard that before. Now when you said the ice cool, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to talk about breaking up ice with your Ninte bow way back when. Which you have a nice new fancy one.
Yeah,
if I catch you doing that, I'm taking you back.
Yeah. So where was I going with that? Damn it!
I don't know. John, um, I don't know where you're going with. Oh yeah, general plans. General
yeah,
plans.
general plans.
Uh,
Uh, we talked about being different places.
if you have any ideas
Yes.
of what you want us to talk about, and maybe I'll make a Google form. I've been doing a lot of those recently, so
Or just talk to us.
that
That's an
too.
option. Um,
But what if we get so big that people don't know?
oh yeah, major celebrities growing up
Yeah.
right here. This is where we hit our stride.
Yes. Going to Hollywood.
What is it? Content creator.
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
Stop.
no, no, no. I was thinking like, oh, I'll star in so many movies.
Mm, I'm already ahead of you on one. But yeah, so that's our plan. Going, clearly we're nervous. Clearly we're have no clue what we're doing, but we're gonna make it work. So I figured today what we'll do is we'll kind of talk a little bit about ourselves.
Oh no.
Give a little background of who we are, how we started, that kind of stuff. If you've, I'll do a little plug here. In fact, if you've started listening to Whistlekick's podcast, we're on there for an episode. I don't know what episodes we are. We're in the 900s.
Yeah, like 990s.
Yeah, we're close to that. Their 1000th episode. Uh, I don't know exactly which one we are, but some of that's out there. But we'll put it on ours. So I'm gonna throw it on you first, though. So
Oh,
you know,
okay. Um, it all started when I was born. Uh,
that's
no,
not far off, in all honesty.
honestly, yeah, I was put into martial arts when I was about 3 years old, and my brother had actually already started when he was, I think, 4, and he's a few years older than me. So I wasn't far off after him, and then my parents joined after that. But
See, I always thought the three they all started together at the same time.
no, it was my brother and then me, and then I think my mom started. And pretty much when my mom started, I think that's just like
Just get
that's when my
everybody
dad
going.
hopped in. Um, and I get a lot of questions. They're like, "Oh, like your parents are your instructors?" I go, "No," but like we helped each other. We trained together. Um, I remember like when I tell my students, you better know this stuff in your sleep because like when I think I was like 6 years old. I remember my mom like coming into my bedroom and like waking up, go like I need help with this kata, and I had to go downstairs into the foyer and I had to like work that way. I'm like half asleep. I'm 6 years old, half asleep, and I'm hell yeah, doing that with my mom. And because I think she was going for her shodan or something, because like and I was like a purple belt or something. Like, I don't know. I don't know what.
At 6,
Yeah, I was young.
I knew you were
Um,
young, but I thought you stayed in the Dragons for a while.
what dragon black belt was I? I was like a
I don't know. It's one of your
dragon
mom's favorite stories, though.
second or third year second dragon Sandan or something maybe. I don't know. I stayed in dragons a long time.
What what color was? Do you remember what color the belt was? Because I can't keep track of what sometimes with them. Because I've
I
never
miss the
hit anybody
Velcro
getting
belts.
attacked. Ew.
Oh, you remember those?
I do
I,
remember
I
those.
still see them every once in a
Oh
while.
my god.
Um,
Because there was the I remember so there was the white with the black stripe through it, which we gave to as like the regular old dragon one. Then before we started doing the double stripes, there was the half and half black, half white. Then there was solid black, but with a white stripe through it.
that one I vaguely remember.
And then I never had one, but I know at some point somebody had like the black stripe with a yellow one going, and I was like, where, what, who what's going on?
Dude, that's
That's
really
how. That's
testing my
how.
memory.
Oh, you're younger than me.
Yeah, but you were older than me at that time.
That's true. I've got
So
a
yeah,
better memory
what
at
do
that
I
point.
remember? We just had in our dragons. I gave it's maybe my second or third dragon Aidan I've ever given, and like he literally just like he got that and then he moved up to basics. His mom started with him. It's really cool. Um, but yeah, so back to it. Started and then kind of progressed through. Eventually, I forget when I was a CIT. I think I was like maybe 10 or 12, and did that for a
Is
little
that when
bit.
you had no hair?
Uh, I've had a lot of hairstyles in my
No,
years.
I'm talking about like you had like the just the straight buzz back,
Straight,
and it was like you had like this. You had yeah, I remember there was this. It was the date era of the goggles.
oh, I had goggles from when I was from I was like 10 to 18. Yeah, because oh yeah, my so did I tell you the story about how I not lost the goggles, but
no, they
I
just imagine they stopped showing up one day, and I assumed you realized how
yeah, I
they
only
made you look.
in like high school I think I only wore them for uh middle school and high school I only wore them like for sports. Um
That's what I figured you only wore them for.
yeah. Oh no, like in elementary school I was wearing them all the time. Like year round all day long. Yep. Hey, we've all been there.
I had
Oh,
it.
shush. But then yeah, I think it was my last cross country race where like they were like fogging. It was a back when Delsey had a course. And for those of you that run cross country, you know the old Delsey course. Some of you might not anymore though, because I think they stopped it. They stopped doing races there. But they were like falling off or fogging up, and I came out of the woods and I saw my teammates that were like that weren't in the race. They were like cheering me on, and I just ripped them off my face and threw it at them because I was like I can't see, and like they had like they knew it was time to go, and I took them off and I finished out the race, and yeah, the latch like never worked
Well,
again.
how blind are you actually without your glasses?
Not Hoskins blind.
Okay.
Like I can see things further than just
Uh
this.
huh.
But like there's that Star Wars poster in the corner. I wouldn't be able to read Star Wars right now.
Wow, that's bad.
Yeah.
I was like, because mine are really they're more for driving, and like I can let's see, I can the text above Star Wars on that is just about is beginning to blur.
Yeah.
So mine are fairly decent. Mine
Yeah,
are
even
fairly
the
decent.
like I can if I squint, I can read the clock. That's 10 feet from us.
Okay, so if somebody's throwing a punch, you can see what.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I don't spar with glasses on. And I tell my students with glasses, like especially when they're new, they're like, "Oh, like, am I allowed to spar with?" I'm like, "Yes, you are allowed to." I wouldn't because they're either
Or
gonna,
get a junk
yeah,
pair.
yeah, or yeah, get like readers or something.
Yeah.
But God forbid you need to be in an old. I'm probably taking my glasses off, like if I've got the time.
I don't think I rarely teach with my glasses on just because I'm just like I don't get anything to happen.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, yeah, all through all the years. If you want to hear the whole family thing, that's you can go to Whistle Kick. It's all on there. But are there any other core memory not involving me?
Oh, okay.
Are there any other core memories during that time?
Core memories. Uh, that don't involve you.
Well,
That's hard.
that's not true.
Uh, one of my proudest. I think maybe I was a brown belt or no, I had to have been a black belt. I was so young though. When I yeah, um, I reversed the first time I reversed my brother in a takedown. I remember exactly where I was standing. Like where your Makiwara is right now.
Uh-huh.
It was in that corner,
Is
and
it during station week? During like a free grapple?
I don't know. I honestly don't remember where exactly or like what the context was. I think it was maybe just during sparring, and I remembered like we locked up, and I just whatever instructor it was just like, oh, remember to get low, and I got low, and like and I did it, and I was like in disbelief. I was like, oh my god,
This stuff works.
yeah, and that's when I really started to like takedowns because I never liked sparring my brother because he was always bigger and better than me.
Not no more.
Yeah, now we're about equal. But which I know saying that, and if he listens to this, he's gonna be like, okay, let's spar.
You better work on your cardio.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, I'm sure they'll come back to me.
Yeah, we'll have plenty of story times.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, but the ones that don't involve you, yeah, that's
I'm
tournaments, Mr. Thong. There's a lot.
calling my wife fat.
Okay, she wasn't your wife at the time, but I guess I can go over that now that you've said it. I think it was the first time I remember, and I remember where I was.
See, but that shaped the whole thing because you learn not to say
I
things,
learned that,
things to women.
Where I think, how did she do it? Maybe no, it wasn't was it a? Oh yeah, she did a scissor sweep because I think I was in guard and then she didn't want me, and she flipped, and she like mounted just sat on my stomach. And I didn't even say the full word. I just went like, which was enough for her. And you were sitting at the front desk because we were at like the front corner where like all the crash mats are right now. And she turned around, like she's still sitting, turned around. She just called me fat, and you went. She turned around. As she turned around, just started whacking me, which I didn't think was allowed.
Probably not.
Yeah, but hey, I learned a
Did you?
lesson.
But did you die?
Yeah, that could be an episode name. Did you die?
Did you die? Oh man, that'd be great. I'm gonna
Write that one down.
Yeah. Did
Oh yeah.
you die?
Oh yeah, and yeah, we just made the test, the black belt test, 8 hours again after I don't know how many years.
Yeah.
And when I first told my students,
Did you do an 8-hour exam?
Oh yeah, all my exams were 8 hours. Yeah.
Okay. I don't remember when we made that change, so I don't remember who did it, who didn't.
Yeah. But yeah, everyone that I like really partook in was 8 hours. But I remember saying that, and it was a fairly mixed bag. Half the students were like, "Oh my gosh, that's great! Can't wait for it." And then some of them were like, "What?" Because I'm sure they had heard stories or like from when we were
especially if they were testing for the second time, so they were like, "Oh yeah, like I got to figure it out." No, you don't. Maybe that was like I know I kind of noticed and there wasn't as much of a sophomore slump with things. With some, there were still some, but not as many. Maybe it was also because it was like you don't know what this exam is. Like this is not gonna be the same as what you did last time.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe.
Well, and
I think that I'd like to think the better of people.
I only had one need-on candidate. Like
that's true. Yeah.
So like I no one else had the opportunity to do a sophomore slump because you had show-dons who are doing it for the first time, so they're trying to over-prepare and everything. And then I had sound-on candidates that had been around and they were pretty good.
My soundons were freaking out. But sure. All right, so I'll talk a little bit about me. So I started when I was 7, and there's an alternate universe out there somewhere where I was a Boy Scout. Never happened because I made it into Tiger Scouts, and then karate took over from there, and I said I don't want to do Scouts anymore. I don't know if I ever actually said it or not. I just stopped going. I don't know.
Why you ghosted them?
Yeah. I don't remember. I know there's no way my parents would let me just not show up, so I had to have said I don't want to go anymore. But yeah, so I started taking classes. You weren't at the old building, right? You weren't at the original.
No, I've only ever been in the warehouse.
Yeah. Okay, so all right, so that's gonna be just me and Amanda then.
Another guest speaker.
Yeah. So yeah, I started when I was 7, cried my entire first time, and I think it was around yellow belt was where I started having fun with it. And the only time I ever thought about quitting was my 2nd degree training period. Because the instructor at the time was just one mean dude.
Was that Thor?
No. That was Campbell.
Oh.
Who was, I believe, a former police trainer, like a police academy instructor. And he just ground us into the dirt. And I remember just being like, I hate this. I don't want to do this anymore. Got pushed all the way through the exam point, and then afterwards I was like, okay, well that's over. I'll go back to it now. So, but a core memory of mine that kind of has led to this was it was like a CIT meeting / party. It was at Kiyoshi Tagori's house, and we showed up there, and he had this huge backyard with this super garden, and we got a tour of the garden. We ate, and then we sat out on the front yard, and he was telling us stories about his time back in Okinawa and training and everything. And I couldn't tell you a single story he told us, but I just remember being like enraptured at the time. So again, that kind of brings us back to the idea here of this. Talk about the things that we don't get to talk about in class. history of things, the TCM stuff, um, and basically all the things that we've what has it been the past 2 years, 3 years? This is when was North Carolina the very first trip?
Oh, I was a junior in college. No, I guess I was becoming a senior. So that was 2022, like the end of 2022, like
Yeah,
that
so about
fall.
3 years ago.
Yeah.
So, so shout out to Hanji Isaac, because
We're in our
that's
Renaissance period now.
yeah, kind of has prompted a lot of this stuff, of a new period of learning. So, because before that point, right, and you had said that you were kind of like beginning to kind of fall out of things.
Well, yeah,
I don't want to say falling out,
well, not
getting bored.
getting bored because at that time, I was pretty much only teaching, and I didn't have the time nor like even the thought to go out and train much. Like I had a few, like I trained with you and some extracurricular
Hmm.
stuff, and maybe one or two other people, or like the karate club at Rowan. But I wasn't like really going out there. And I thought, I was thinking I had pretty much like, because I learned all the katas and weapons and everything. I was just like, oh well, I've seen all of it. What do I do now? And I was like, that's when Hanshi Isaac came in, swooped in, and was like, hey,
You don't know
you don't
jack
know
squat.
anything. And I was like, oh, I don't know anything. And so that's when I started to go down south and started to read books about martial arts, which I never thought there was a book about martial arts. Um, and so started reading, and how big are our libraries now?
Yeah, I got a bookshelf now. I had a crate of books. Now I have a
Yeah.
bookshelf of books,
Yes.
and that's not even including the ones at home.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I have my home copies, and then I have my dojo copies, so that
You live 10 feet away.
you know. Actually, hopefully not soon, but what was
That's
that?
yeah, yeah.
But also just because I like keeping my books like pristine
I
and
can't
reading
even
and
I can't even watch. I'd be doing the same thing, but
oh yeah.
yeah, I know. Wow,
Uh,
I'd just be too lazy to walk over
Oh
and
yeah,
get
and
it.
I just have double copies, or like if I do have something over there that I don't have over here, and I want people to, I will, I'll just bring it over. Um, and I think starting in the new year, I'm going to start doing like popcorn. Remember popcorn reading
No.
from like when like in elementary school, like how someone would read something and then like someone else would read the next like
Oh, is that what you called
paragraph
it?
or
I just
chat.
called it being a slammer. You got called on and you had to read the next paragraph.
Okay, yeah, but popcorn reading is like
Okay.
popcorn. Yeah. Unk. Uh,
This is actually how I'll find out another marker of the age gap. Did you have like your teachers have a reading period too, where they read to you?
like at what grade level?
Mine was all the way through fourth grade. Like it was like after
Yeah,
lunchtime, then like we sat down, like they read like a short book to us or something.
I don't know like exactly when the day
Not
it
like a
happened.
picture book, but like
But, oh yeah, but I remember like sitting and reading and being bored, or like listening to and being bored. And like I couldn't sit still.
still can.
No. But yeah, that book that we just got the other like that you got the other day and you gave to like, me and Amanda. And you said
Oh,
yeah,
oh,
we're gonna start maybe popcorn reading that one because that one I think I like that one a
that
lot.
book is such a
Huge.
resource. Yeah. We're not
That's
gonna drop names.
that's like the center of what I like will refer if I'm like doing like any research
Hmm.
online, I will cross reference to that
It's
book.
the yeah, it's really one of the quickest. It just has everything in it.
Yeah, because
Um,
I'll do that, and then I'll call Hanchi Isaac and be like, "Hey, what's?" And then he'll give me something different, and then this and that, and it's just
and then
and now I
it
gotta make
gets
sense of
stuck.
it all.
Yeah. Um, shoot, I had something to go off of that.
Popcorn reading, you're old. What are the other topics that
Before that, oh, I was gonna say, it's like, so you have a library, I have a library. Do you let students take books out of your library, like take them home?
not take them home? I that's actually a good idea. Maybe I should do that. I have a library. I'm like, hey, you can when you're here, go and take a look at
Yeah,
it. Like I have a few people that take advantage of that all the time.
I need to come up with a check-in, check-out system for my books. I don't know what people have not, but that
Uh,
book is labeled "Do not remove from dojo." So
Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah.
um,
that's why that was on there. I saw
yeah,
that the other,
yeah. It's like,
the other day.
I was like, you can look at it, you can read it while you're here. You cannot take it out
That's
of here.
mine.
Yeah, because I'll get murdered if
Oh
that
yeah.
happens. So, um, but yeah. So over the past 3 years, there's been a lot of. I think I didn't have that period like you did because I. That's when I was dancing around with other systems and
Mhm.
trying different things, and that's kind of how I supplemented things. Um, Plus, I had plenty of people who could whip my butt, um, which made me, like, okay, I gotta work on this, boom, boom, boom.
You need to engrave
But
that into a piece of wood. Everyone needs a good butt whooping.
uh,
Yeah.
write that down for an episode. Everyone needs a good butt whooping.
Yep. The
Uh,
gap lesson.
gap lessons, so important. Um, but yeah, it's been the past 3 years where it's been like, okay, we've got a lot more. So there's a lot more meat there to work on. So I haven't been as active with the other stuff, but yeah, it's been a lot of diving into. Um, so shoot, our history. That's what our topic is today.
Oh, it is.
Sort of. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Um, going off hard. No, no,
Cut.
Ah, dang it! I had like this whole train and I got derailed. This is gonna happen a lot. It's one of
We
those
gotta
things.
start like making bullet points or
Yeah,
something to get
like
to.
I had a. I'll
Again, this is our first time,
yeah,
and we don't
and we
usually
hate
like
talking
to.
about
Yeah,
ourselves,
yeah.
so oh, that's what it was. So in the past 3 years since then, there's clearly been a tonal shift in teaching.
Mhm.
So what has been your primary focus on like students learning now?
Few different things, I guess.
You need a minute?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to phrase it.
Mm.
I don't want to say like I'm trying to become like a little microscopic version of Hunch Isaac, but like, yeah, like where when people say like, "Oh yeah, I know this," and I go, "Oh, you know what?
Show me.
Show me." Okay. Well, what about that? What about getting people to, without being a butthead, try to be, getting people to kind of see where they are and have a kind of a realistic type. Okay, this is what I know, and these are the things I need to learn, or I don't even know the things I need to learn yet. But try to enforce the mindset that you are still and will always be a student.
Mm.
Because once you get away from like, if you think
Start thinking
as
got it
you
all.
start to like get higher in rank, or you start to teach, or like and you start thinking that you're up there, like there's a whole world out there that you don't even know about.
Mm-hmm.
And so trying to keep people with like a learning a lifelong learning mindset. If I can give you that, then that's all you'll ever need, I think, because that will set you up for not just martial arts, but like in life, uh, just always learning and always trying to do better. I think that's good for a lot of people. It's good for everybody.
Yeah.
Um, but in terms of more tangible stuff, like I've been doing a lot of kata applications. I've been, that Bunkai curriculum, that,
Mm-hmm.
we're calling it that. I've been working on that for what, 2 or 3 years now. I'd have to go back into the document and see like what date I started it at, but just literally writing down everything that could be pieced into that motion or that technique in a kata, and trying to drill a lot more understanding of what we're doing, because I say we're not cheerleaders and we're not dancers. It's there's more meaning behind what we do, because like it's applied to something.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I do, and I've been trying to get away from the sport karate.
Do you like the aha moments?
Yeah, those always make me feel good, or like when I have proud instructor moments.
Uh,
uh,
I like when they go, oh my. Now, let's see in a week later if you remember.
yeah. Yeah, I see. I don't even. That's the thing. Like, I have a problem remembering even stuff that I've said or done.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, you said." Oh, I did.
We were working Nachi Sandan the other day, and we were talking about the teacup,
yeah.
and it was like, oh, and I found my way into a wrist lock with that,
Mm-hmm.
and I went, I have to remember this so I can tell Aidan about it later. I even attempted to write it down. I went back and what the heck did I do? So
I was working. Again, I don't even remember what it was, but I just remember like I blew Gabe's mind the other day. Like we were working self defense after class, and I just showed him like someone with a down block, and he was like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, let that stay." I don't even remember what it was.
so
But
do you find yourself taking the more active memorization, like try to immediately hold on to it, or do you do more like the subconscious route?
oh, I don't know. I tell people to bring notebooks all the time. I'm like,
Mm.
bring your notebook because write this down. Write this down. And I try to. I don't always remember, but I'll try and stop class and be like, okay, if you don't have your notebook with you, go grab it right now and bring it
I
over
have
and write this down. Like,
somebody who recently like just graduated from the Dragons, and they are trying to like have a notebook and everything, but they
Mhm.
can't really like write
They
yet.
can't. Yeah.
I'm like, I love the effort. I don't want to discourage you.
draw a picture then maybe.
And I'm like, but if they're already in the mindset to start writing stuff down, I was like, that's fantastic. Watching they go, how do I? I'm like, oh.
Because we have a hard enough time. Like I'll go back in my notes and go, what did I mean? Huh?
Yeah,
And that's why I draw pictures in mine too.
I can't draw.
I've got
I can't draw.
I've got well I can't draw.
You can
I
draw
got
far.
higher
I've
reflexes
seen
than
your pictures. You've got better pictures than me. I just try to write everything down. I won't even attempt. I'll spend more time trying to figure out how the heck
you
to
can
draw
read.
it.
You can read your
Draw.
handwriting.
I can actually. I can read. Like, but yeah, everything has to be written down. I'm like, I don't. Yeah.
What have you been focusing on?
So mine has been. I've been drilling a lot of vocab. Because well, okay. So I guess the overarching thing is I've been trying to shift my students' mindset from the American, or I should say, the Western way of kind of approaching this, and trying to pull it back more towards its roots. Things like understanding that, just Hanchi's number one lesson: open hand is this, closed hand is this. It's not just chop, punch, kick. Um,
So that understanding of like different concepts.
yeah, like understanding the core concepts, and if you have the vocab, you can begin to kind of piece together your own understanding. Um,
Did I tell you I started doing that with basics?
yeah, you were
Yeah,
saying
like
you started
last week I was like, you know what? Like I remember learning
you know more vocab than I do. I think
different
at this point,
languages.
actually.
Like when I was a kid, like why can't they pick up like words of a
Yeah,
different
their minds
language?
are flexible, right?
Yeah, like that.
Mine sure isn't
That's
anymore.
the like the earlier you do it, probably the better because and like that's I think like I've picked up a few different. I've lost a few different languages. But I remember when I was like 3 4 years old, like I was taught English obviously, but then there was Italian, there was Japanese, later Spanish and German. Like, and
Yeah,
so
you're like, how many languages can you count to 10 in?
yeah, I got maybe four on that list.
I think I've got like eight, nine.
Oh yeah, I'm not there. But I was like, yeah, like why can't that's been the question that's actually helped me kind of restructure my teaching is like why can't we
Yeah,
of just like why can't I tell but the front basics are doing front kick this cycle coming up and I was like say my everyone says my Gary all right cool front kick in Japanese
gotta make sure they don't say carry.
yeah and or like the only we went through like front stance and a few different things. The only thing that they had trouble with was Gyakuzuki, and I was like, okay, maybe we don't do that one yet, just because that is kind of hard to pronounce.
See,
But
that's
they'll get
why.
it.
Yeah, I still use Jodan, Judan, Gedan.
Yeah,
Um, and I make
but all of
another.
those are Gyakuzuki.
Yeah,
That's the general umbrella term.
I I revealed I showed my age again with my kids because I was like, anybody all watch Naruto? And they all went, that really old show. I was like, oh my god. Well, because
I never watched it.
they have a system. They have like upper level, ninja, mid level ninja, and lower level, and it's Jonin, Chunin, Genin. It's like, oh, Jodan, Chudan, Gedan. I was like, easy to remember.
That's why you can remember that. Like
That's exactly why I can
always
remember that.
mix them up.
It's easy thing for me to remember with. But yeah, so it's been a lot of focus on just trying to get concepts down, and I guess I want at least once they get to black belt, is telling them like, hey, like you followed everything that you've been taught as dogma. It's like this is this, like follow this, nothing else. It's like, and really, I've been lying to you for however many
You
years.
heard it here for
yeah, yeah. I've been lying to you. None of that's like it's true, like on the surface level, but like it's like you got there's a lot more. Yeah, there's a lot more underneath there.
Well, you need a foundation. You need a basic understanding of things because if you just throw people into the deep end like right from the beginning, like that's they're gonna get maybe get discouraged or they won't
So
understand it yet.
How do you approach that when a 9-year-old tells you like asks you like what's this? Do you give them the answer or do you give them the surface answer?
That really depends on if I've got like a 9-year-old basic that asks a question, I'll try to give the basic answer. I'll say, hey, like this is what it is right now.
Okay,
This will.
Okay.
There are other things that because Hachi Shodan is like one of my favorite katas. I have this is block. Oh, this is this is down block. This is. I'm not going to fully explain to a 9-year-old basic the same stuff that I would to like an adult black belt of what that is.
What about an adult basic, like an adult beginner?
An adult basic depends on how much I know them because that's the other because if they just if they're white belt and they're asking all these questions, okay, take a little bit of time with it, get the basic understanding of it first so that they understand where their motions are going. And again, pretty much the same answer of and this is other stuff right now. I'm explaining it like this as I get more comfortable with you, and as you can, I know that I can see that you can retain the information, and I can trust you with the information. That's why we have those seminars coming up, and I would love everyone to go to all the seminars, but there's appropriate information for appropriate ages and ranks. Because there was some stuff that I think I learned a little bit too young, and I was like, "Ooh, maybe I shouldn't have known that too so early."
What? Because we didn't know a ton of stuff. The worst thing I think I probably would teach back then was like go to Shioichi and tell you ripping somebody's ear off.
Oh yeah,
and even then, I'm not sure.
I think I yeah, I don't even we should have a MythBusters episode.
Come here.
Yeah, that's not even the right way. You must be from Jersey.
Curl and grip. What did we say right before that? Right before talking about ripping people's ears off.
Teaching a
yeah. So I mean, I've adopted the phrase like, remember this question and come back to me later. Like, this is your answer for now. Like, remember you asked this and come back to me later with it.
Yeah, because I won't remember.
So I'm going to tell you this for now, and in 2 years, I'm going to tell you something different. And then a year after that, I'm going to tell you something different. A year after that, I'm going to tell you something different.
Well, it depends on who you talk to. Some of my students are like, "Well, you said it was like this yesterday. Now you're saying it's like this." I'm like, "Well, it can be both. Why not?" Like that's something it's taken a long time. We're still figuring out how to exactly approach that kind of thing. Of like, I teach it like this, teach this technique this way today, and I think because this is a Gribble's lesson. Like, you weren't there that one. Because this was the first time I went down to the Valentine Classic.
Oh,
it was the seminar like the night before, and he said, "Hey, I'm going to show you guys this thing, and guess what? Tomorrow I'll probably have a better way of doing it or a different way of doing it." And and then he's like, "That's how I teach." And I went, "Ooh, I like that because that allows room for growth in your instructor. If your instructors are not learning and growing, then."
My adults hate that.
Oh yeah,
they hate when I do that. It's like teaching one day, the next class I'll be doing the same lesson. We look different. Like, that's not what you did on Monday. Like, it was like, okay, and but it's not the same. It's like it's a different day. Like, I'm not. I'm working with a different person. They have a different reaction. There's so many variables with it at times. But my adults were like, "Oh, you changed it. I can't. That doesn't make sense to me." Like,
yeah,
maybe that's why the kids do, because the kids forget it.
Yeah. But that's what
It's always new to them.
the most recently how I'm getting in trouble at for school events of like because of research, because I remember we were working we were learning I was learning Kobo, and I learned this the one kata from four different people in one weekend.
In
And
one day.
yeah, in one day, and they're all saying different. Like, Bear attacked me. Like, I don't know if you were upstairs at that point.
Like, wow, my boy.
And yeah, there's a dent in my new nice bow that Hanshi Bear put in it. And I was like, oh no. But yeah, so it's fun learning from like it was a fun experience. I don't want to say terrified because Bear was yelling at me and he was saying the exact opposite thing of what Hunter Howman was saying. It was a lot of fun. But then I remember like Reeser had stepped at the end of the kai. He like someone stepped up, someone stepped back, and I went, "Well, what do I do?" And they're like, "Whatever you're feeling." And I was like, "Really?" Because I know you and I have bickered about that before. Of like, "Oh, step up." Oh no, step back. That doesn't matter. Like,
In the end, all it doesn't. But then, how many? Do you get that question a lot?
what?
I get all those like, step up or step back. I'm like, step up, step back. I think
Yeah.
I think I mess my students up a lot with that one. They go, like our made up Chucks 2 and Chucks 3 like took forever for everybody to get on the same page. Cause like you said this one was step up, you said this one step back. Oh, are they all step back? I was like, I'm pretty sure I've said the same thing for at least these two all the time. I don't know where the confusion's happening.
Oh yeah. Oh, and like when we have everyone here on the Saturday morning classes and we're working whatever, and I see, and I just look at them and was like, "Is that what you were taught?" And something most of the time they say yes. I go, okay. Sometimes like no, that's not what, or like what happened at the test with like the slide poke with my guy, and they all did the same thing. And you're asked, "Hey, did he teach that?" And they went, "No, we just did it."
Like, that was really
Yeah.
mystifying to me. I was like, that's wrong. I was like, why did they do that? But they all did it, so they must have been taught it that way. Like, no, I think then there's I think we just all messed up. I was like,
In the same way,
in the
3
same
times.
exact way. Like, that's crazy. But I
Yeah.
mean, that I guess that just means they were practicing together. So,
Oh yeah, yeah. That's good.
so
Um,
but I don't know how long we've actually been rambling here, but
it's been about 40 minutes, maybe
okay.
45.
So that's about the time frame we're going to be looking at with things here. And I'm starting to run out of ideas, though I could sure ramble if we give it enough time.
No, we could keep this going for hours.
Yeah. But yeah, so I'm not going to keep track of numbers, but that's episode 1. I can at least count to that.
This many.
What is this?
Well, for you, it's a finger. If it was Aunt Jazzy, it'd be something I'm scared of.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's our first episode. So if you stuck around for the entire time,
Thank you.
yeah, thanks for giving us a chance. Yeah, good car driving material, I think, maybe,
Yeah.
hopefully. But yeah, so we will pick up, I guess, next month. We'll figure out what we're going to talk about with the next one. But yeah, if you have questions you'd like answered, episode ideas, things like that, eventually, like I said, we'll have guests. So if you have like some people that you keep like to have in mind, like we'll get the various instructors and such. I'll probably see if any of my instructors want to hop in on this. I doubt it. They're too cool for something like this, but who knows?
When you and I like did our whistle kick stuff, that's I think that's when some of my people like some of my instructors were like, "Yo, we should start our own podcast." So I think they would actually want. I think they would be cool in here.
So yeah, so we'll get some guests in there and take things from there. But yeah, insert closing music here.
Bum, 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 bum.
Dun 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 dun. Bye everybody.
Bye.